Xin chào, Billboard Việt Nam. I'm Max. I'm so excited to get to talk to you. Thank you for listening to my music, and I'm happy with Billboard. Let's go. It definitely is the first. It is the first. It's going to be a part of the third album. And that's all I'm doing right now. I'm talking to wonderful people like you, and then I'm just locked in the studio, and then I'm hanging out with my family. That's my life right now. Talking to people like you, finishing this third album, hanging out with my baby and my wife. So I'm excited for people to hear it. A little bit longer. When it's right, I promise it'll be yours. So I've actually I've met with Warner my entire career. I think it's 8 times over the years, and it was the most I'd ever met with a record label. And then it just happened to be the perfect timing. The universe brought it together, and I felt like I've always meant to be with this record label. So it's really cool to have them working my music now and be a part of their family. I still fall in love with you every time I see your eyes. We knew each other via the internet. I feel like that connects us all. We just met on Instagram, and I loved his music, and I sent him a message, and he was a fan of mine too. And so I said, this was the first song I sent him. I just felt like it was meant to be our song. I could tell that it just would fit both of our voices. And so he really fell in love with it as well and added his story. And it was so cool when you envision how something might turn out, when it's even better than what you thought it was gonna be. That's always the best moment. And with him joining, it was even better than I thought it was gonna be. Ooh, yeah, funny enough, it was so crazy because I was partially directing the video. I had some great collaborators, but I was getting, in the end of the video, they aged me to be a little older, and I was getting these prosthetics on my face and holding a walkie-talkie and directing on this monitor as they're doing it. So I was talking basically to Ali for the scenes where he sees the girl for the first time. So I'm getting this crazy, I have this bald cap on and I look crazy, and I'm on this walkie-talkie sort of telling him what I'd love him to do for the video. And it was cool because I feel like if it were anybody else, it might not have been as smooth, but he was so open and respectful of the process that he was so cool to just lend himself to this vision that I had for the story. And that really brought us closer. I feel like we had an immense respect to keep making cool stuff together. Yeah, I've been working with some really wonderful people. One artist who's become one of my closest friends, his name is Keshi, and we've done a song really special that we love together. And then a bunch of other surprises, but that's one we've been teasing for a while, so I can talk about that one. But he's just the best guy, and I'm so glad we get to create music together, and definitely more. I love collaborating. It feels like I get to make mini bands every time I do a collaboration because I'm a solo artist, so it's always cool to share it with somebody. Yeah, they were so cool about it. You know, I know it's something with Army that I just picked up on early on because I'm a fan, and so I felt like I wanted his energy to be part of the video, and since he couldn't be in the video, it was so cool to just have that little nod to him and his energy. And so yeah, they you know, everybody at Big Hit and Suga, of course, you know, approved everything we did. So he was so cool about it. I mean, he's a very wonderful and humble person, and I was really grateful to get to do that with him, but also have him be so open to representing him in a unique way, since he couldn't be a part of the actual video. We didn't get in depth with it, but he and Big Hit approved of everything we put out. We make sure we were very respectful with it. So I think he was such a cool, good sport to even though he couldn't be a part of the video physically, to have that little energy that everybody knows in the fandom, that he, you know, to represent that bit of him was so cool. So it was nice to have that moment where everybody could feel like he was there, even though he wasn't physically in the video. And people who know, and if they don't, they're just like, oh, what's this cat doing in the video? Which I thought was really fun too. Sure, I feel like it's a mysterious beast, TikTok, and I'm always trying to learn. Just like you always want to write new great songs. It's always like you do something that kind of works, and then like, what did I think? How did I think I did that? You know, what was I thinking when I did that? With TikTok, I feel like my favorite things are always moments that I love seeing the before and after. That's always a fun one for me, where it's like, you know, the start of a story and what it turned into. Those are always great, or how it started versus how it's going. So those ones always do well for me. Like in the music video where my wife is pregnant, like she was in the Blueberry Eyes video, and then she walks the door, and boom, now it's our baby daughter in her arms. So that's a fun one. I definitely suggest to all putting the before and after out there. That those always work well. One, two, three. Absolutely. I feel like the one thing that this time has given all of us is a moment of stillness to reflect on all the things we have and all the things we can have. And so, you know, I had a really tough time accepting the stillness and not being able to tour around and all of these different things. But I feel like, you know, it's a moment to maybe FaceTime a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time, or a family member that you've lost touch with. And it's nice in these moments. Hopefully people are reconnecting with people that they maybe lost touch with before because their lives were so busy. So I hope that people maybe find that love or connection in these times while we're still locked down. Oh my gosh, I feel like there's an amazing energy that I would love to experience with music. It just feels like people are so passionate and excited to, you know, listen to music, and there's a real love for life in Vietnam that I'd love to experience in person. I haven't gotten to yet, but it's a place on my bucket list that I'd love to see.